Virgo, welcome to your reading. I've finally gotten around to you. I'm a Virgo moon, and I love to do things like in a timely order. It makes me feel best. And then at the same time, learning to honor my own rhythms, my own softness. Right now, there's a theme of taking out the urgency from things, and I've really been trying to follow that. And I feel as if you wanted to take some urgency out of your steps, out of your projects, that could be very balancing at this time. So our first card is going to be where it is that your soul is growing right now, where it is that you're expanding, and it could be confirmation for you, or it could be, oh, yeah, if I step into that energy, I'm going to notice a really big shift in my life. So for Virgo, we have bright, heart, light, open connections, and it is an 18. So I love this for you because number one, it does feel very grounded. It feels very earthy, but it's not a closed earthiness. It's like an open. Do you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I feel like Virgos can be very hobbit-ish. They like to just be kind of like in their comfort. They are an earth sign, so even though they are amazing at getting tasks done and being orderly, sometimes like the pressure that comes from their own perfection can almost be debilitating. And so when I see this card, what I see is it's kind of an end to being closed off. Maybe you've done a lot of winter hibernation this year, and we're only about a month away from spring, and so you are getting ready to emerge. And I truly feel like the emergence is going to come from your heart offerings, where it is that you've gotten more clarity just about who you are when you're your most authentic self. And stepping into that role, taking away shame from the spaces in you where maybe you've been kind of like made fun of or poked at quite a bit in your life because you do like things to be a certain way, or maybe sometimes you do move a bit slower, or you're really like the leader or the backbone, but a lot of times you feel a bit unseen. Virgos can sometimes take a hard rap, right? Because again, they are very often kind of like fixed in what it is that they do and how it is that they express. A lot of times I feel like sometimes like the air signs and the water signs and the fire signs, like they can get a lot of attention. But the thing is, if you don't have our lovely earth signs, nothing is grounded. There's not a foundation. There's not stability. And you offer this to yourself, but you also offer it to other people. And it's telling you that what's going to happen is you're going to be a lot more seen, but it's because you truly are beginning to see yourself. You're seeing what it is that you offer this world. And it's really big. It's big impact. It's not, you don't play small. And the universe is telling you not to play small, that you are very expansive. And with that 9, it's like we're going to end the thoughts that we just have to be down here. We can actually rise up. We can be part of it all. And I'm going to pull a clarifier on that. So bright heart light, and connections, new connections coming in for you. You know, it's an amazing thing to say to the universe. I've been saying this for a minute. I'm also a Virgo moon, but I say the connections that are taking me furthest are coming towards me. I'm open to connections who are helping me and supporting me and stepping in to my next expansion, my next most expansive stage of my life. And then I began to imagine the universe rearranging things, putting puzzle pieces in place so that then I understand what the next step is. So I'm going to pull this one from my Avalon deck. The High Priestess, discernment, presence, prophecy, and vision. So Virgos are one of the most intuitive signs of the zodiac. And what I see here is that you're just coming more into your own. The High Priestess energy it's regal. It's wearing that crown and knowing that you get to hold your head up high. Prophecy and vision and discernment. So whenever I'm hearing discernment and I'm also seeing connections, I'm seeing that it's important that you use your discernment in connections. When you meet somebody, use your discernment by going with like your first gut feeling. Do they feel good to you energetically? Do they not feel good to you energetically? Are you being discerning or are you being closed off? There's a difference in those things. And a lot of times we can really block ourselves from amazing connections because we are being closed off and we believe that that's being discerning. They're not the same thing. Discernment comes with like an initial feeling, kind of like intuition, but then discernment is allowing yourself to actually see the way somebody shows up, to give them a little bit of time, and then to listen to their actions. So it's not what they say, it's not how they look, it's not what they say they've done. It's honestly just like what they're showing you. And does that feel good to you? Here's an example. Virgos often, like, they enjoy people being on time. Let's say that you make a new connection. You say, let's meet for coffee, and they arrive 15 minutes late. And you're like, well, that didn't really feel good. And then a lot of times we can get in our head and be like, well, I just need to be more flexible. Everybody has a life. And then you make plans again, and then they cancel them last minute because they're just not up to it. So you're like, okay, that's all right. And then it just kind of continues that way, and you keep kind of forcing a connection that really just doesn't need to be there because it doesn't feel good for you. So it's about having your vision and staying focused on what that is. And honestly, your vision gets to be how it is that you want to feel. Your feeling often creates your vision, what it is that you want to accomplish. And when you hold that vision and you begin to live as if that vision is now, it offers space for new people to come in and old people to exit. Prophecy is maybe a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago, you wrote something down, or you said, I would like this, or you thought this is going to happen to me at some point. This is a time where you're going to see some of those things manifesting, because again, we're going into spring. So the seeds that we've planted during the winter and even other prior years and other timelines that kind of mimic this one, you're going to start to see those arriving. Let's go a little deeper into the soul. A little deeper into the soul for Virgo. Star Keeper, that's beautiful. Cosmic ancestors seed the light by staying grounded. So there again, it's telling you a bit more of your energy and what it is that you do. You do keep, like Virgos keep the peace. Virgos keep the land, earth, my body. I'm really seeing a lot of just energies around knowing who it is that you are. So when it says cosmic ancestors, it's like, yes, like you're here on the ground, but you're also guided from above. You're guided from past lifetimes, things that you already know, that you came into this existence. And it's like, it doesn't make sense that I haven't had any training, but I'm just naturally good at this. It doesn't make any sense that I connect with this place or these people or this culture, but I've never been there, or I don't see it like in my family lineage. They're saying, can you just be open? Just be open and accept all of it. Like, this is an invitation for you in your groundedness to be a free spirit. Virgo, you get to be a free spirit. You don't always have to be the responsible one. As long as you're taking care of you and loving yourself and not self-abandoning you, be the wild card. Go for it. Seed the light by staying grounded. So seed the light, you know, I see like a person walking along, like poking a little hole in the ground and then putting a seed. And when it's a seed of light, it's anything that's in alignment with love. It's anything that's in alignment with dreams. It's anything that's in alignment with the better good. And if those are like the qualifications of the seed, then those things are perfect. Plant those with so much love. Give yourself the opportunity to dream, to be who it is that you want to be, not what it is that people have told you that you're supposed to be because you've always been able to arrive in a certain way. Let's go ahead and pull an earth energy, and then I'm going to get a guide card for you. So this is an earth energy that's going to support the expansion of your heart light, your new connections coming in and the old connections leaving, your own discernment, your own gift of prophecy, and you have it, Virgo. You absolutely have it. And then also, that's going to give clarification to what it is that you do want to seed. Whoa. Volcano, volatility, sorry. So you know what this says to me? When a volcano erupts, it's because it wants to create new earth. It's time where there needs to be new ground. There needs to be more space. Something old is leaving, something new is being born. So this isn't telling you to erupt and to go like haywire and create chaos, but you might need to disrupt something. You might need to disrupt an old flow. You might need to disrupt an old relationship. You may need to disrupt an old workspace. You may need to disrupt an old pattern that's in your mind that says, I can't go here, I can't do this. When this happens, I respond like this, and that's just who I am. And they're saying, no, like you're planting seeds of light. And that means that the things that you're wanting to grow in you are going to be in alignment. They're going to be in harmony. They're going to be according to your highest self, not your wounds, not old programming. And can we disrupt those? And it doesn't have to be this huge explosion. It could be small disruptions that then later create like a whole new world for you, a whole new existence. Allow yourself to be the fire. You have it in you. Allow yourself to be fiery earth when you need to be fiery earth, right? I know that water moves, and people think of like water signs as like, very supple and movement, and they get to have their waves, and fire signs get to have a lot of action. But the thing with earth is, even though earth appears still, earth is always moving. Earth is always creating. Earth is always nourishing. Earth is always bringing forth. There's a lot of movement in earth. So remember that. Don't get stuck. Allow what needs to be burned up. Allow it to go. And then allow the lessons and the wisdom from your time in that role or on that path or with that kind of thinking. Allow that to come in and create new foundations for you. So I'm going to ask for a guide for you. And you can work with this guide. You can speak to this guide. You can put images of this guide around. Remember that you're never alone, and you don't have to do it all alone, okay? You get to be supported. I know, Virgo, that often you are the support, but you get to be supported too. The Shekinah, I love this. So the Shekinah is one of the highest orders of angels. It's the sacred self. It says to unleash your spirit, express your gifts, and dance to the sacred rhythm of life. This is where you're being invited to grow right now. This card goes so beautifully with this one. It's really about stepping into your highest self, your highest light, and allowing yourself to expand. When we see like heart light expanding, it's like this beautiful ripple effect from our center. And that's a space where we are grounded, where we're not reacting from an old space, but we're really calling on Creator, calling on the higher self, calling on our guides and angels to guide us into the highest timeline, into our highest self-expression, into our most beautiful spaces. And the Shekinah will assist you in that. Now for a crystal, and then we'll be done. So a crystal that will support Virgo right now in this cycle of expanding their heart light and connections. Chrysanthemum stone, intuition, optimism, and Akashic records. So again, we have the same energy as this High Priestess card. Oops, sorry. So both are talking about, when we have Akashic records, we also had that in one of our other cards, which was about like our cosmic relatives, right? They're telling you that just because this is all you see, this is not all that you are. Your mind is infinite. Your connections are infinite. Your connections to the different realms, it's infinite. And they're wanting you to step into that a little bit more. And it's because where it is that you're going, you require support. You require a team. And so it's a time where you get to begin to maybe release an old team and allow a new one to come in. This stone is going to help you trust your intuition. And one of the best ways to trust your intuition is to remain optimistic. Virgos, you can often be very pessimistic, and what they say is, no, I'm realistic. But why not just be a little delusional? Like, just have fun with it. Like, just be delusional. Everything's going my way. My health is perfect. And you're like, but that's not the reality. Well, it is if you believe it. And then what happens is you plant that seed, and then the 3D will catch up to it. But you plant the seed in a higher order, in a higher timeline. The 3D world can move slower. But whenever you're in alignment and you find that alignment, you're going to find that the growth happens really quickly, really, really quickly for you. Okay. So that's all I have for you, Virgo. Stay tuned for your next reading. Follow my channel, subscribe. Also, in the description below, I did put my Casa Vera Instagram account. If you love crystal jewelry, I do shop drops often to my Etsy. I would love to have you follow along. Yeah, it was so nice meeting you. Thank you for listening to this first reading for Virgo on my Oracle channel. It's one of my heart's biggest, most fulfilling gifts is to use Oracle cards as a medium and to help you find more clarity in your life. So if this reading resonated with you, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.